This is my fried tofu with minced pork recipe in a savory brown sauce. It's a simple, lightly fried tofu with ground pork. But you can use ground chicken, beef, and even shrimp. So let's go. We're gonna season this 200 grams of ground pork first. We add in some spring onions. 1 stalk is enough. Smash up 2 large garlic cloves, mince it up, and add it to the mix. Then we need 2 teaspoons of minced ginger. Also mince up 2 medium-sized Chinese mushrooms. Squeeze the water out of the mushrooms before dicing it. When you buy these at the supermarkets, it is dehydrated. Just soak these in a cup of hot water for 1 hour. I was inspired to make this dish from a recent trip to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. There's this restaurant in KL's Chinatown that sells customized rice dishes with all of these delicious options. I love the fried tofu with minced pork so much, I just couldn't wait to share it with all of you. If you love to eat, you will definitely love Malaysia. Go visit when you have the chance. Now, mushroom isn't in that version of tofu with minced pork, but I think that it adds another depth of flavor to this dish. 2 teaspoons of dark soy sauce for color. A 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. The baking soda helps tenderize the pork and provides better browning during the cooking. Mix it up really well for a few minutes, and when you're done, keep the seasoned pork in the refrigerator for 10 to 15 minutes. One important thing that makes this dish so delicious and brings the flavors of the pork and tofu together is the sauce. It is a traditional Chinese brown sauce, and I'll show you how to make it later. I've got about 650 grams of tofu. It's a lot. This recipe is enough to serve 2 to 3 people easily, along with some other dishes. Since I'm going to lightly fry these tofu, I pat it down with some paper towels. Tofu is inherently wet, and water hitting hot oil is the reason why there's a lot of oil splattering. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention about these tofu is I make sure that you are getting firm tofu, okay? Not silken, not extra firm, just firm. Just gonna cut these into halves. This way it'll be a lot easier to handle when I fry these. All right, so I got my pan on here and I'm gonna flip the heat on to a low heat. You definitely don't wanna cook your tofu in high heat. I've got a little bit of layer of oil there, but I'm gonna add just a little bit more. It's easier to cook on a flat pan than it is in a wok. And honestly, deep frying all of this tofu works better for an even browning and texture, which is how that restaurant in KL did it. But I know many of you might not like deep frying as much as I do, so I'm doing it this way. I think I can fit all of it. Tofu can really stick to the pan because, as I mentioned, there's water in there. Ouch, ouch, that was hot. See, it's starting to stick a little bit already. Give one side a minute or 2 and then nudge it around and see if you can flip it. Now you might break it a little like I did here, but don't worry. I'm gonna show you how to fix that later. So why do this part? I mean, what's the point, right? Well, for one thing, the little bit of frying, it sort of helps brings out more of the flavor of the tofu. And the fried tofu surface will absorb the sauce better. Try to get some of the sides also. When there's enough color on all of them, remove and just set it aside. Like I said, deep frying tofu is easier. And if you plan to go that route, just fry until a brownish skin forms on the outside. You don't need to get all the sides, okay? Just most of it would be nice. And make sure that you're adjusting your temperature as you go. I would eat that with some oyster sauce, you know? Just oyster sauce and that's it. Now this is a one-pan dish as long as you can remove most of the tofu remains from the pan, so no need to wash it. Just add another tablespoon of oil and heat the pan on a medium heat. At this point, your pan should already be plenty hot. Already, I got my pork here. Gonna add it into the pan. Spread the pork all around the pan. And we're gonna cook this pork until it's about like 80% done, okay? And when that happens, you're gonna hit it with about a tablespoon of Chinese cooking wine. Come on out. There it goes. All right. Oh man, all the time. Once you hit hot meat on a pan with Chinese cooking wine, it smells so damn good. And it makes your mouth instantly like just salivate. So I'm gonna cook this for about another 10 seconds. And I switched my heat to a low heat because at this point we don't need to overcook the pork. And here's the sauce I prepared already with all the ingredients. Tofu is a very bland ingredient, so you need maximum flavors, and this sauce right here is what it needs. Mix it for a little bit before adding it in. When the sauce starts boiling, get some slurry ready. This is 1 tablespoon and a half of cornstarch mixed with 3 tablespoons of water. And make sure you stir the slurry really well too. This sauce is supposed to be really thick so that it will cling and stick to the tofu and ground pork. Add a tablespoon first and stir around for 10 seconds. And then I add the rest of the slurry and mix and stir well again. I do it this way because if you add too much at once, the slurry will clump up and it'll look like glue, which is not yummy. And stir around for another 10 seconds. All right, now that the sauce is ready, I'm gonna show you guys where the magic happens. In my tofu here, I'm gonna drop that in there. I mean, remember the broken piece of tofu here? Look at that, right? It's like ugly, but you know, don't worry about it, man. Here, this is how you fix it. Look, can't see it now, so fixed. This sauce here is what makes the dish. This sauce will make any dish taste awesome, okay? Trust me. Snuggle the freshly fried tofu into the pan and spoon the pork and sauce mixture right on top. Cover and let that go for about 3 to 5 minutes on a very gentle simmer. Now to make things interesting, you can add some fresh chopped chilies or even your favorite chili oil. And there it is, fried tofu with minced pork and a savory brown sauce. Try this one at home, but remember, I do make deliveries. I take Bitcoins and Camels as payment. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.